Hello everyone, today we are excited to present our project which explores two powerful management and decision-making techniques which is linear programming and project scheduling. I am Musabina Muhammad Kazrin. Let's dive more into the introduction. These techniques are fundamental in various industries, helping organizations optimize resources, streamline processes, and achieve their goal efficiently. Firstly, linear programming is a mathematical method used to find the best possible outcome, whether it is maximizing profit or minimizing cost while working within the certain constraint. It's a key tool for solving complex problems and ensuring resources are allocated effectively. On the other hand, project scheduling focuses on the planning, organizing, and managing tasks to ensure projects are completed on time. Techniques like Gantt charts and the critical path method (CPM) are widely used to coordinate tasks, minimizing delays, and enhance overall productivity. Through this project, we will demonstrate how this technique can be applied in real-world scenarios based on the Quran verse. Our goal is to provide practical insight into their importance both in theory and in driving effective decision-making and project management. With that, let's dive into the details of each technique. Thank you. Next, I will talk about the important concept related to the topic. First is resource allocation. The story of Prophet Salih alaihi salam and the camel highlights the concept of resource allocation. The camel provides milk which was shared among the Tamil people on a rotational basis. This structured system ensured fairness in distribution, where everyone had access to the milk as a vital resource. The arrangement teaches us the importance of fairness and planned distribution to meet the needs of all parties without creating conflict. Another important concept everyday in the story is sustainability. The Tamil people were instructed to balance their consumption with the camel's need, ensuring the resources were used responsibly. By respecting the camel's days for water and their own, the community demonstrated sustainable practice that avoided overexploitation and waste. This principle remains critical today in managing natural resources wisely. Finally, the story emphasized faith and obedience. The camel's emergence was a miraculous sign from Allah and direct test of the Tamil people's belief and submission to His commands. By following the rules regarding the camel, they were expected to demonstrate their trust in Allah's wisdom. This concept highlights that faith is not only about belief, but also acting in accordance with divine guidance in everyday life. These three concepts, resource allocation, sustainability, and faith and obedience, serve as timeless lessons for managing resources justly while maintaining spiritual integrity.
Assalamualaikum, I am Yusuf and I will explain on how the story of Nabi Salih alaihi salam relates to the important concepts in linear programming. Firstly, we can observe that the people of Nabi Salih alaihi salam needs a high degree of precision as they are faced with many constraints such as scarce milk and lack of abundant resources. Therefore, for example, if we take these two as the constraints which are clearly defined, then the people needs to find a solution to overcome this problem, which is the feasible region. Next, the people of Nabi Salih alaihi salam, the people of Thamud, need to balance various factors to achieve the optimal solution while maximizing their consumption and minimizing their waste. Lastly, we can observe that the people of Thamud in this situation have specific functions that need to be optimized, such as maximum consumption and minimization of waste.
Hello, my name is Ashan Rahni binti Anwar with metric number 220312. We'll continue our discussion with the words which are related to project scheduling. Surah Yusuf, verse 43 with the translation. And one day the king said, I dreamed of 7 fat cows eaten up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain, and 7 others dry. O chief, tell me the meaning of my dream if you can interpret dreams. Based on Tafsir Ibn Kathir, the Asbab Nuzul for this verse from 43 to 49 is divided into 2 parts, which are the dream of the king of Egypt and Yusuf's interpretation of the king's dream. For the first one, the dream of the king of Egypt. When the king had this dream, he was astonished and fearful and saw its interpretation. He gathered the priests, the chief of his state, and the prince, and told them what he had seen in a dream, asking them to interpret it for him. They did not know its interpretation, and as an excuse, they said, had your dream been a vision rather than a mixed-up false dream, we would not have known its interpretation. The man who was saved from the 2 which Yusuf had interpreted their dream before in prison remembered. He remembered after forgetfulness and said to the king and his entourage, I will tell you its interpretation, so send me forth to the prison to Yusuf, the man of truth. So they sent him, and he said to Yusuf, O Yusuf, the man of truth, explain to us. And he mentioned the king's dream to him. After that come with our second point of the story, which are Yusuf's interpretation of the king's dream. Yusuf interpreted the dream as a 7-year period of sowing and fertility. Cows are interpreted as years, representing the green years of corn. During these fertile years, harvest should be left in the ears to preserve them. The remaining harvest should be used during the drought years, represented by the 7 lean cows eating the 7 fat cows. During the drought years, the remaining years will not produce anything, and any attempt to plant will not yield any harvest. After the drought years, a fertile years will come with rain and abundant land production. Wine and oil will be pressed as usual.
Next, I will present about the important concept of Surah Yusuf, verse 43. For the first one is the significance of dreams. Surah Yusuf highlights the importance of dreams as divine guidance and their role in preparing for significant challenges. The king's dream of 7 fat cows being eaten by 7 lean cows, along with 7 green and 7 dry spikes of grain, serve as a divine signal warning of future events. Dreams in Islamic tradition often carry profound meanings and require wisdom to interpret. This story reminds us that foresight, derived from divine signs, can be crucial for navigating life challenges. For the second one is the symbolism in the king's dream. The king's dream is rich in symbolism. The 7 fat cows represent 7 years of abundance, while the 7 lean cows eating the fat ones symbolize 7 years of famine that will consume the earlier prosperity. Similarly, the 7 green spikes of grain indicate fertility and growth during the good years, and the 7 dry spikes represent barrenness and scarcity during the famine. This metaphorical imagery emphasizes the cyclical nature of life and the need for preparation and careful resource management during prosperous times. For the last one is the reliance on expertise and the limits of worldly knowledge. The story also highlights the limit of worldly knowledge. Despite their intelligence, the king's advisors are unable to interpret the dream, illustrating that some challenges require divine insight. Prophet Yusuf, gifted with such wisdom, interprets the dream and provides a practical solution, storing surplus grain during the years of abundance to prepare for the famine. This teaches the importance of seeking expertise, recognizing the limitations of human knowledge, and combining spiritual wisdom with practical planning. So for the next one is the importance concept of project scheduling technique. Project scheduling is essential for managing tasks, resources, and timeliness effectively. It ensures projects are completed on time by breaking them into smaller tasks, prioritizing activities, and anticipating risks. Scheduling allows teams to stay organized, avoid delays, and deliver results efficiently, making it a cornerstone of successful project management. So for the scheduling techniques, there are 2 key techniques are widely used in project scheduling. For the first one is the critical path method CPM identifies the longest sequence of tasks that determines the project total duration. Delays in these tasks directly affect the timeline. For the second one is the program evaluation and review technique PERT, uses time estimates optimistic, most likely, and pessimistic to account for uncertainties, ensuring better time management. Next one is the tasks and activities. Tasks are the building block of a project. Each task must be measurable with clear deliverables and deadlines. Sequencing tasks is equally crucial since many activities depend on others. For example, walls cannot be painted before construction is complete. And for the last one is sequencing and dependencies. Proper dependency management ensures tasks align smoothly and avoid conflicts, keeping the project on track.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Yusuf and we will dive into how the concepts relate to the verse and what are the lessons behind it. The story of the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam offers several valuable lessons that resonate with the principles of project scheduling in decision science. So here are some key parallels that we have observed. In this story, there is demonstrated the importance of scheduling, which relies on proactive planning to ensure food security throughout the drought by the ministers of Egypt. We can also see the importance of risk assessment, especially foresight, as it is crucial to anticipate potential challenges and create mitigation strategies before scheduling our project. And lastly, there is an importance of resource allocation of human, material and financial resources, as they are crucial to ensure that tasks are completed efficiently when they are managed well.
Here is a table based on project scheduling technique derived from Prophet Yusuf's story as described in Surah Yusuf. It demonstrates the key activities involved in interpreting and acting upon the king's dream, particularly the phases of resources management during abundance and famine. For A activity, which is develop a resource management plan, required a year to complete the activity. For B, which is build storage facilities, need A to be the immediate predecessor and required a year to complete the activity. For C, activity which is implement agricultural strategies, need B to be the immediate predecessor and required 3 years to complete it. Next, for D is store surplus resources, also need B to be the immediate predecessor and required 4 years to complete. And for the last one, for E activity, which is distribute stored resources, need C and also D to be the immediate predecessor and required a year to complete the activity. So this is the forward and backward pass and also the critical path of the activities. As you can see, the number in green is the forward pass and the number in red is backward pass. The red boxes represent the critical path of this activity, which is A, B, D and also E, which means there are no slacks between forward pass and backward pass. The total project duration is 7 years.
To conclude our topic today, Islamic value has indirect connection in all part of our life, as Islam is a shumul religion including decision science. It is doesn't matter linear programming or project scheduling, as we can see some point from our discussion such as resource allocation, risk assessment and faith and obedience before. Thus, we as a Muslim need to practice Islam in our daily life no matter what, in terms of ibadah or muamalat. That's all from our group. Thank you.